If you're viewing this message, there's a great chance that you've already seen and heard many of the things that's going around in this nation. And like many of us, we're gripped with many emotions, whether it's anger, frustration, bitterness, rage, uh, empathy, lack of empathy, tired of the narrative, numb to it. All of these are natural emotions. And as a staff, we understand that first and foremost. And we believe that the time is now for real leaders to begin to position themselves to have healthy conversation and discussion. But before we can do that, we have to make sure that we engage the right people. And so both DB, myself, as well as Jeff Jordan, that's on this recording, we collectively came together this morning and we just really were just real with each other, expressed our frustrations. We talked about some of the things that are just challenging our nation, our community, those that are responding, those that are not responding, all those things play a role. And I think the most important thing we took out of it is just what are our student athletes feeling like right now? What's going on in their head? What's going on in their homes? We know that we serve a minority community, right? We're in the heart of Jersey City. You have 3 different cultures that are just represented right here on this very chat. We're in the most diverse city in the nation. But yet, at times, we don't feel as if it is a diverse, welcoming, and open community. Why is that? And so today, there's 3 words I want to kind of leave you with. The issue, spectrum, and then the last one is empathy. There's an issue at hand. We can't dodge it. We can't run from it. There's an issue, and we have to address the issue. And I know with that issue that there's a spectrum, and some of you guys are on this side of the spectrum. Some of you may be in the middle, and the others are all the way over there. Regardless of what spectrum you're on, we're all walking and living in the same world. And in order for us to begin to handle the issues, we have to realize there has to be empathy on both sides. And it starts with dialogue and with conversation, and then goes from conversation to strategy. So at 1 p.m. today, we're going to have that conversation as a team, as a staff, as administrators, as coaches, to begin to equip ourselves so that we can be the best leaders that we can be for our community, and really specifically for you as student athletes. And I know DB and Jeff have a couple words they would like to share as well.
This is a difficult time for everybody, but I think that something that really pulls through for me is remembering why we all are connected. And athletics is such a beautiful thing because it doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what creed you are. It doesn't matter what language you speak. It doesn't matter what kind of house you live in. We all come together for our love of sport. And I think it's a beautiful time for us to remember that outside of sports, there are so many other things that we can connect to on a human level. And as Shawn said, there are different sides of the spectrum here. But the reality is that every single one of you deserves to be seen. Every single one of you deserves to be heard. Your thoughts, your emotions, your fears are all valid. And we are in such a unique family and such a unique cohort of people who genuinely care about bettering the community and their teams. And I've talked to so many of you who are just kind of uncertain. And I think now is one of those times, 5 seconds left on the clock. We're down by 2. What do? We huddle up, we come together, we put our feelings aside, and we really try to strive to be the best versions of ourselves in those 5 seconds. And I think that's really the mindset that will help us through this time, because at the end of the day, we're all one big team, and we will win championships, and we will win everything we put our minds to if we can respect one another's views and we can hear each other. But we could also understand that everybody has a different path, but just because you're on a different path doesn't mean you can't respect the person next to you, especially if you're there with the common goal of making sure that the end result is a success. So I hope you all are doing well. I miss you tremendously. I'm here for you if you need me. I'm here for you even if you don't think you need me. But I hope you are all doing well, and we will get through this.
AJ?
Yes, leadership is not all about having the answers or standing up first in providing a solution. I think right now with what's happening in the world, true leadership is going to be getting people together and providing the time, the space, um, to be seen and be heard, because there's a lot of different emotions, a lot of different perspectives, and all of them need to be heard and processed. And that's when the healing, can begin. But it has to start with everybody, knowing that we are sharing. As Shawn put it earlier, we may not be in the same boat, but we're in the same water, and together we will seek to navigate that. In the first step is to providing opportunities for you guys to express your emotions, be heard, not be judged, do this in a safe space. And as our leadership, we're going to provide that safe space for everybody to be heard, so that we can go on to the next step, which is a strategy, to move forward. So to echo what Danielle was saying, miss everybody tremendously. Feel that we need to be together now more than ever with what's happening in the world. So really look forward to 1 o'clock, and today's the day where we stand up together and say that we will support each other through this, no matter what that means.
So our next steps, athletes, we'll have that conversation with all our head coaches and admin today at 1 p.m. So be on the lookout this coming week. DB is going to work on it. We're going to get our stat group together, but then we're also going to ask for a bunch of other students as well, student athletes that are really feeling led in this time period more so than ever. It's something that's sparked inside of you that you need to voice your feelings. This is the time, this is the week, this is the forum. So we're going to have a student athlete body forum sometime this week as well on the Zoom, so that you can share your thoughts. So in between the time of now and when we hop on there, start gathering your thoughts. Pen and paper is a great way to start. Get your thoughts there. It's so important at this time period. Our zeal and our passion sometimes can distract us and cause even more further damage. So if we can write it down and then get some like-minded people to start thinking about what's our next step, what's our strategy. We don't just want to be a group that's all about words. There has to be some action connected to that. But I believe that action comes through strategy, collective strategy. All right. So until then, until we see each other again, man, we missed the heck out of you guys tremendously. We can't wait to see you guys face to face. But we're going to utilize this forum virtually for now until we see each other. All right. Peace.